Hey, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to Life Mastery Decoded, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Hey, ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I am finding you planning your life like a vacation. If you're not planning your life like a vacation, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. So how exciting would it be to look at your life and plan it like you do a vacation? Do we have that same excitement for life? Sometimes we don't. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes there's frustrations and I'm like, oh man, come on. How come I can't get this part of my life figured out? Right? And I throw a little hissy fit and then I complain and then the next day I get back on the wagon and I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's figure this out. Let's problem solve. Let's plan. Amy and I are going to Florida here on the 7th, and we are planning like a bunch of crazy ladies. What are we going to eat? What are we going to wear? What are we going to do? How much money do we need? How are we getting there? Where are we staying? How much fun are we going to have? What are the things that we're going to take part in? And then planning the process of in order to take part in this, what do we have to do? What do I need? How much money do I need? What kind of clothes do I need? It depends on what we're going to do, right? So there's lots of excitement in planning. But is there a lot of excitement in planning your life? So take these major aspects of your life. Health, that's emotional, mental, and your physical health. Wealth, your career, your money, your savings, your retirement, your investments. Then there's your relationships, your intimate relationships, and then your relationships with your family, your kids, your in-laws, then your work relationships, then your relationships with maybe your business partners or co-workers, right? And then your friends, it goes out and out. Then your spiritual connection. What kind of calming activities, what kind of activities or spiritual practices am I going to take part in that are going to help me to feel a part of a greater picture? When I stand back and look at my life and I look at my business, I look at my health, and I assess first. Just like when you're planning a vacation, we go, okay, hey, someone gets the idea. Hey, let's go on vacation. And we set that goal. Well, when I'm looking at my life, it's the same thing. I have take relationships. So I have this idea in my mind of what my relationships should look like. I have an idea in my mind. And in that idea, I then go, okay, is this thing achievable? Is it relatable to me? Is it something that I truly want? I have talked numerous times about these crappy relationships that I had prior to my current relationship. And people always said your relationships get better and better and better, or they don't. I know that seems profound, but when I was in these other relationships, that from this one, I learned these things. Okay, so let's say there's 10 total things that you can learn in a relationship. I'm in this relationship and I like about 6 of the things that this person has. And then there's other 4 things they don't have, or it's absolutely a deal breaker. We break up. The next relationship, there's 7 things that I like about this person. And then something happens, there's some deal breakers, we break up. Then there's 8 things. Then there's 10 things, if you're lucky, but it really isn't luck, it's about awareness. So you can only expand your awareness to as far as your ability of what you can see. I know that seems strange to say, but picture a car driving and your headlights. You can only see 20, 25 feet in front of you, but you can drive completely across the country in the dark. But you can only see 25 feet or so in front of you, right? In life, it's no different. I can only see of which I am in alignment with. So if I can't see that I am worthy, or I can visualize an idea of a goal, a relationship that I want to have, I'm not going to have one. I realized that in these previous relationships that I had to be a different person in order to sustain or attract even a better, healthier, more mature type of relationship, more loving, more supportive, more important kind of relationship, in which I did. But I had to go through a lot of growth. Some of it was just natural maturing on my part, but some of it was personal growth that I did on purpose to create this life. So when I plan a vacation and we go, hey, let's go on vacation, then the next thing is, where do you want to go? So you say, hey, I want a better relationship. Then you say, okay, what kind? Describe it. Use those words, all of those big words, to describe the relationship that you want. Use the words that if you're describing your vacation, I want it to be fun. I want it to be adventurous. I want it to be warm. I want it to be relaxing. I want it to be exciting or invigorating. Okay? In your relationship, I want it to be supportive, healthy, communicative, sexy, intimate, passionate, fun, humorous, right? Whatever. Then you look at yourself and go, am I somebody who can have those things? Because if you don't believe that you can have it, you're not going to have it, period. If you don't believe you can have it, you're not going to. There is no way around it. There are not enough people on the planet to tell you that you deserve it. It's not going to matter unless you believe it. How do you change that? How do you shift that? Well, say things like, I deserve it. I can do this. It shifts your level of energy towards yourself immensely than saying, I can't do it, and waiting for someone to say, yes, you can. If I stand here and I say, Jen, you're never going to build the business that you want, and wait for Amy to go, yes, Jen, you're really smart. You're going to be able to build the business. You'll get it sometime. That's going to have a little bit of an impact on me. But I will tell you, her saying that to me does not have the same level of impact that if I were to say it to myself. And why is that? Because you're inside your perception, your perspective. And if someone says it to you, it only goes so deep. You have to believe it. You're the energy generator, and you need the energy to create new things in your life, but you first have to believe it. So then after that, we have our goal in our mind. We have our descriptor words of what it is that we're achieving. What kind of outcome do I want? What's the result I'm after? It is when we are willy-nilly in every direction, in every area of our life, that we're just taking whatever comes to us. Life is living you. And when life is living you, it becomes exhausting. You become tired, worn out, drained, stressed. And you attract disease in your body, because natural life force energy cannot move freely through you if you are blocking it at every turn. I deserve a healthy, loving, supportive relationship, and I deserve to give that to someone else too. I deserve it, and she deserves it, and you deserve it. Now, that's relationships. What do we do now? Now that we have our goal, we have our idea, we have those words that are going to pull us and get us excited. And then we say, can I get that thing? Yeah, I might need to change a little bit. I might need to make myself more of an attractive person. And I don't mean just physically, because we feel better when we're more attractive physically. We feel better, right? We lose some weight and we do our hair and we take a shower and we wear nice clothes, and clothes that accentuate our body in a good way. It just makes us feel better. And when we feel better, we are at a higher vibration. Thus, we're able to attract things to us that we couldn't attract if we were on a lower vibration. So taking care of yourself. Then it is looking at the belief system that may or may not be in the way. If I believe that I can achieve it, then that's it. I'm going to go and get it. You make that decision. So we're going to go to Florida. We want it to be relaxing but fun and adventurous. We're planning a couple of different, outings. We're going to go to Disney World again. We're going to go maybe Animal Kingdom. And we're going to take part in some other things. We might rent some bikes. We might go to the ocean. We might do some relaxing things, sit around the pool, do some fun stuff. Just the two of us. We have not gone on a week-long vacation in the 11 years that we've been together. Sick, isn't it? We've done a couple of weekend getaways, but it's time. So we had this idea. Starts with an idea, a thought, an idea. Then we use those words to pump it up. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. We keep saying that. I'm so excited to go. We're using these emotional words that create this emotion in us. Then we start planning. here's the things we're going to do. And then we have to match those activities with ourselves. So we're going to go swimming. Okay, we need our swimsuit. We're going to go hiking. So I need my trail shoes, let's say. We're going to spend the day at Disney World. Okay, so I'm going to take my backpack and we're going to bring our water bottles, right? So we matched those things with the goal. So we go back to our relationships. Okay, I want a relationship that's fun and sexy and supportive. Okay, so take fun. What does fun mean? What does it look like? Oh, I want to be able to go places. Okay, so match myself with the go places. Oh, well, I've got some weight I need to lose because the things that I want to go do, would I go do them right now? In my physical, mental, emotional body, would I go do those things? Yes or no? Do I have a swimsuit to take to Florida? Yes or no? And if I don't, then what do? I go to the store and buy one. Okay? If I want a partner who's going to do outside adventures with me, but I am not in the physical shape to go do those adventures, now I'm going to take action, get my mind right, because I've got something to work towards, and I'm going to get my body in shape to go do these things. That is raising my level to a place where I'm going to attract the person because I become the person. I become the same match. If I'm 200 pounds overweight, and even though I like hiking or swimming or biking or whatever, would I go do that right now? Even at a minimal level, if the answer is yes or no. If the answer is no, then you're not going to attract somebody who's going to go do those things. Does that make sense? So now I need to take part in that activity. Now I want to attract somebody who's going to do that. That sounds really fun to me. So now I'm going to start an exercise program. I'm literally going to go out right now and say, you know what? I deserve to be happy and healthy. And I deserve a person who's going to do that, a lifelong partner who's going to do that with me. So I'm going to go get in shape. I'm going to start hiking. I'm going to go buy some hiking shoes. I'm going to buy a Camelback. I'm going to buy a cool new water bottle and I'm going to start going. You're raising your own vibration. Then the other, let's say, adventure. I want to be able to travel. Okay, can you go travel right now? No, I don't have the kind of money. Get the money. Figure out how you can increase your income. Do whatever it's going to take so your answers, when you're describing that relationship, become a yes. Because back then, when I was in these poopy relationships and I'm thinking, I want a relationship that is fun and friendly and honest and supportive. So I have to ask those questions. Can I go have fun right now? Yes. Can I be honest right now in my relationship? Ooh, I had some, contributes, if that's the right word, to this relationship not being honest. Okay, so that's a value I need to change. I decided I'm going to be honest in my relationship. If I don't have the integrity to bring to a relationship, what am I attracting? I'm attracting another person who also isn't in integrity. So I change that part of me. I need to attract that. That's what I want, so I need to be that. Then I want a relationship that's supportive. Okay, am I a supportive person? Yes. Am I a passionate person? Yes. Am I right? Okay. So you ask those questions based on the goal that you set and those emotional words that you added. If you're a yes, you're ready. You're ready. We're ready to go. Now it's a matter of just continuing to align with the item. And we know how to do that. We're raising our vibration. We're thinking, we're acting as if, I told this before in a couple of podcasts, if you want a partner, I worked with this one lady who was looking for a partner really, really bad. I really want to get married again. I really want a partner. I want to start dating. I want to kind of bring some heat to this part of my life again. And I said, okay. I said, so let's ask some questions. Let's figure some things out. Where are you? What are you doing? What kind of relationship do you want? Describing it, whatever. And I said, so tell me about like your environment, your house. And I said, do you have room for a new partner? And she starts laughing and she's like, well, I sleep diagonally on the bed and I have a walk-in closet that's filled from floor to ceiling with all of my stuff. And I park in the middle of the garage. And I say, okay, so if you want energy to flow, we need to make room for it. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to sleep on one side of the bed. I'm going to make room in the dresser and in the closet, and I'm going to park on one side of the garage. I said, perfect. Now you're getting ready. Now you're a yes across the board. Do I have room for my partner? And guess what? She found a partner. And he was able to move in when it was time, not right away, right? But there's room for him. You created the energy space in your life. So if you want something to change in your life, then apply this technique. We have to make room for it. Otherwise, we start to bog down our energy. You're stuffing things in the energy and the energy can't flow. And when the energy can't flow, we start to feel it in our bodies. So where we're at right now is Amy and I are getting ready to leave soon. I don't know, it's like 10 days or 12 days or something from now. And we're getting ready. So what is the ready? We're like, the energy is flowing. We have the idea. We have the picture. We have the money. We have the outfits. We have the, somewhat of a plan, a kind of a loose skeletal plan. Because when we get there, we'll be a little bit more flexible and see things around us that we want to partake in. But, we've got the plane ticket. We've got the rental car. We've got the resort booked. So those things took place. We took our action steps because we believed we could go. We got ourselves ready because we didn't stand back and go, okay, let's go on vacation. Okay. And then from that step, she went and ordered the plane tickets and the rental car. We had to stand back and ask those questions. So let's talk about your career. It's the same thing. What do you want in a career? I want easy employees to work with. Then you ask, am I an easy employee to work with? If the answer is no, then you have some work to do. How do I become an easier employee? I need to be more flexible. Maybe I need to be more patient. Maybe I need to not be so interruptive. And then you work on those skills in your current place and you will attract the job that you're looking for. It really is about mirroring the life that you want. It's about standing in front of this mirror, this theoretical mirror, and say, what do I want in a relationship? What do I want in a business? What do I want in my health? Is this what I want? What part of this is not in alignment with my new goals? And then what can I do to up-level my vibration so I am attracting those things to me? If I'm looking at myself and I'm overweight and I want to be thin and fit because my new value is moving and activity and I want to be thin and fit, then I have to say, okay, what do I have to change? What new value do I have to install to become this new person to move in this direction? If you were planning a vacation, you'd be really excited, wouldn't you? We do a lot of planning, thinking, talking, sharing when we're going to go on a vacation. But we rarely share or talk about our lives in that same light. I went to work today and we had a big cabin to turn over and it was a deep clean. So literally moving furniture and cleaning all in the corners and crevices and ceiling and pulling lights down and cleaning globes and top to bottom. And we have someone coming in tomorrow, Wednesday, to look at this cabin. And we get to the laundry room, which is just the office, and we get to the main room, and there's three of us now, and we're getting ready to go. And one of the main housekeepers, she starts complaining about the work that we're doing. Now, we knew yesterday that we had to clean. It's no big deal. Yes, it's work, but okay, who cares? We got to do it. Let's do it. We already knew it wasn't a surprise. And she stood there for, not kidding you guys, 20 minutes complaining about the job that we're doing. And I just finally looked at her and I said, can we go? I said, the job's not going to get done if we stand here and complain. I said, can we just go? We know what we're doing. Can we go? And she's just like, fine, I just won't talk anymore. I said, okay. So I should send her the podcast on how to stop complaining. I know it's hard. I get it. I am a complainer. I get it. I know it's hard. I'm very aware of it. I can stop when I want to, but I do understand it's really difficult because that's what we're used to. So we got up there and we just cranked it out. It was like 2 hours. It was no big deal. And it looks amazing and it looks beautiful and we worked together. And it was a very positive experience while we were there in the cabin together. But we don't talk about our lives, our money, our spiritual practice, our relationships with people in a positive light. When Amy goes to work and she's talking about our vacation, she's being very positive about it. Oh my gosh, 12 more days. I'm so excited. We're going to, especially today. On Sunday, it was 77 degrees. Well, it was 77 on Saturday and it was 70 degrees on Sunday and it's 35 degrees right now. 2 days later, it's Tuesday. So Sunday, it was 70, and today it's 35. So it's a little bit frustrating. So we're pretty excited. You know, it was even snowing today. And it was pretty exciting to think about Florida and going, it's warm and the, you know, the beautiful crystal blue water and the stuff that we're going to do. And it's going to be hot there and we're excited. Well, we tell everybody, why don't we talk about our lives in that way? I encourage you, invite you, and challenge you to talk about pre-planning your life in that way. And you immediately go, Jen, nobody's going to want to hear that, right? Because everybody is walking around with a low vibration, walking around with their head down, expecting their life to change while they're looking at their number 3 on their scale. And they're just going to continue to attract the same thing over and over and over again. And it's sad, but you're different. If you're still listening to this podcast, you are different. So make a choice. Look at each area of your life and say, okay, what's my vibration in my relationship? Whatever, pick one. My vibration, my frequency number, my scale 0 to 10 of my relationship with my kids, my relationship with my spouse, my relationship with whoever, my brother, whoever, it doesn't matter. And what can I do to bring that number up? What do I envision in that relationship? What are the goals? What are the things that I want to improve in that relationship? And then how do I improve them? What can I do to bring those numbers up? Because my relationship right now is a 3, and that's just what we both are. Our communication is complaining. We sit across the table from each other at dinner and we just complain about our workday. Okay, well, that's not a very healthy relationship. The energy is stuck. It's stagnant. It starts to affect the body, and it starts to affect the relationship after a while. It starts to erode the relationship. So now let's stand back and go, what do we want? Well, we need more passion. Great. Am I passionate? No. I'm complaining, I'm whining, we're whatever. Okay, then be more passionate, be spontaneous. What can I do to be more passionate? I'm going to say, let's go on a date. Let's go on a date. Let's go to a fancy restaurant. Let's get all dressed up and go to a restaurant, and then let's go to a movie, and then let's go for a walk on the beach and watch the sunset. That creates passion, right? So what can you do right now? There's one area of any of those 4 areas, health, wealth, relationships, or spirituality, that is really bugging you, that is worrying you, that is stressing you out every morning that you get up. Every morning. And you're going to get up and you're going to go, what am I going to do today? How am I going to think differently? What am I going to focus on differently? Because if I focus on the pain intensifies. Unless I'm releasing it, that's a different story. But what I focus on, I feel. So if I'm focusing on the beautiful, wonderful things in my life that are amazing, I feel amazing. If I focus on all the shitty things in my life, then I feel shitty. I go to work and we're complaining for 20 minutes and I'm like, I either have to stop the complaining, get going with the job, or I'm going to leave because this is really draining. And so I'm like, okay, can we just go? Can we stop complaining and just go? Right? I had to. Or I'm like, I have to go. You're affecting my energy. Be the gatekeeper of your energy. If you want something else, then be something else. If you want change, then change. If you want something different, you have to be and do something different. It's simple if you apply it. It's simple if you focus on something different. If you're focusing on what there is to complain about, you're just going to continue to bring about the thing you complain about. I guarantee you, I'm a complainer. I bring it about. But I'm changing. I'm focusing my energy on different things, and I encourage you to do the same thing. If you are looking for support in a community of women who are all hearing the same message, and you think you might have a hard time with this, or you think you might have an easy time with this and you want to support others, then join our Facebook group called Lady Rising. This is women rising to the top, looking all the way at the top of the mountain and continuing to climb there and change and grow. That's what we're doing. One woman at a time, improving her life, her health, her business, her career, her relationships, her spiritual connection. That's what we're doing. I would love for you to be a part of it. When you come into the group, let me know you're coming in through the podcast. I just love to know where my people are coming from. And we hold monthly calls, 2 to 3 monthly calls on different topics. I would love to you to be a part of it. May is meditation month, and we're pretty excited to be able to bring a new thought, a new perspective on beginning your meditation practice. I hope you join us. I hope I see you in our Lady Rising group. It would be great to meet you. It would be great to get your perspective and your results that you've gotten from any of my podcasts. I would love to hear it. So hope to talk to you soon, and go get it. Go make change. Go plan your life like you plan your vacation. If you liked this episode, please share this with 3 of your friends. And if you like this episode and look forward to future episodes, please consider making a small monthly donation to help support this podcast. If you're looking for a community to join and have more access to me, then consider joining one of my communities. Chakras for Beginners is an energy-based community that is highly active and growing every day. Lady Rising is a sistership community where the focus is on spiritual support and empowerment. We hold monthly calls and talk about topics just as like today's episode. We also have an online store where we can meet your meditation and chakra needs with products for your journey. You can visit us at www.themeditationroomtc.com. Thank you for joining me and being a valued listener.